up guys, Slim Reptiles here bringing you another video, and as you can see today we're going to be talking about giving a reptile a bath. We're going to be talking about how, and we're going to be talking about why. So without further ado, let's get this video started. So the first thing you want to do is grab a container or a tub like this one that's big enough for your reptile to walk in and swim in or whatever they need to do while they're in there. Big enough for them to feel comfortable. The second thing you make sure is the container, as you can see this one does, has little holes here so that has airflow so your reptile can breathe when it's in. Now the second thing you're going to do is add a couple of things. First thing I add is this Zoom Med Repti Safe. So what you do is pop it open. This pretty much takes the chlorine and any of the other harmful chemicals in the water. Pretty much takes it out and also adds minerals and vitamins for your reptile. So I just squeeze a little bit in there. There's directions on the bottle exactly how much to use. I kind of been doing it for a while, so I just squeeze in as much as I think it's needed. The second thing I'm going to add is something called Shed Ease by Zilla. And this is literally, it's just like aloe vera and a couple other things in here to make it a lot easier for your reptile to shed. So I'm going to do the same thing as the Repti Safe. Add some in there. I usually put a little bit extra, more than you're supposed to, but this stuff really does a really good job. So now that you have the water, which by the way should be about room temperature, maybe a little bit warmer depending on your reptile. We got the two chemicals. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this rock just in the water. What's this going to do is going to give the reptile a safe place, especially for smaller reptiles like leopard geckos or lizards that usually don't like water. This just gives them a little place to hang out, makes them feel safe and less stressful. So what I'm going to do now is grab the reptile. I'm going to use my bearded dragon for an example today, give her a bath, and we'll put her in, and then I'll talk about why you give a bath to a reptile, and then we'll finish off on. Right, so we got my bearded dragon here. She's about 8 or 9 years old. As you can see, she has some stuck shed. It's nothing too crazy. She's actually not too bad, but I'm going to use her for an example anyway. She'll still get the idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bearded dragon here, very carefully. We're going to stick them and put her right in the bath. Now she's had baths forever and ever, and she does really good with the bath, so she doesn't really need the rock. I just put it in there just to try to give you an example of what I do and why I do it. Alright, so now that she's in here, let's go over why you would give a reptile a bath. I'd be thinking, well, bearded dragons from the desert, they don't need water, they don't need a bath or anything, but you'd be wrong. First reason why you want to give a bath is hydration. So she's actually just had a bath not too long ago to help her with the shed. So she's probably not going to drink too much, and she just ate some greens. But usually when you put them in the bath right away, especially the desert species, they will start drinking right away. She'll dip her head under the water and start drinking. So that's one good way to make sure that she stays hydrated. She sees her stuck shed, now she's trying to eat it. I guess the shed fell off already. Alright, well that kind of ruins the point of the video, but I'll act like it never fell off. It's fine, she's chasing it. Alright, the second reason, which you probably see by the end of this video, is the warm bath water helps with their bowels. It helps them go poop and kind of loosens everything up for them. So a lot of times you'll notice that a reptile won't poop in their cage, but as soon as you put them in some warm water, they usually poop right away. If they do poop, make sure you take the reptile out and change the water and refresh the water so they're not sitting in the poop-filled water the whole time. Another reason we give a bath is humidity. So baths are really good, especially for reptiles like this guy that usually likes a dry environment. It's good for them to get a little bit of humidity every once in a while to help with sheds and hydration and just overall health of their scales and skin. Another reason is for them, what a bath is to clean them. Even though we don't put any soap or anything in the water, just them sitting in the water for a while will help loosen up any dirt or poop or anything stuck on them. So it becomes really easy to remove, especially with the sheddies. That also really helps with any stuck on poop or any stains that you might have on them. And the last pretty much reason why you'd want to give a bath is to help with either stuck shed or to give them a bath before they shed to help with their shed. since the humidity is the biggest part with having a good shed. It's really important to give all reptiles baths, especially if they have stuck shed, which was going to be my point with this. I was going to show you, but with the sheddies, you leave them in the bath for about 30 minutes with the sheddies, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and the shed will literally peel right off like this did, even though this wasn't really stuck to begin with. If this was really stuck on them, on her, I would literally, after a half hour, I would just come in here and this would just peel right off. Just super convenient. So if you have a reptile that has a stuck shed, or maybe they have a hard time shedding usually, just give them a bath beforehand, and it should definitely help with the process of shedding. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the lid on her, and I'm going to seal her up for about a half hour, give her a half-hour bath. And then after that is over, I'm going to come back, guys, an update, see how she's doing. I can already tell by how she's moving right now, she's going to poop probably any second now. So I might actually just stay here, just make sure if she poops, I could take her out. So yeah, I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'll come back in about a half hour, and we'll continue the video and pretty much wrap the video up. One thing I do want to mention is, once you do seal up the cage and put the top on, this will obviously help make sure the reptile doesn't get out, also keep the humidity in, but you also want to come in the room and check every 5 to 10 minutes to make sure your reptile is doing okay. Most reptiles will be just fine in the bath by themselves, but I always like to check, just in case they do have some complications or whatever, or they are stressing out. It's good just to be safe than sorry. Alrighty guys, so it's been about 20 minutes since I last recorded the video. She's been in the bath the whole time doing fine. As you can see, like I predicted, she went to the bathroom, which you guys are so lucky you can't smell that right now. So now that she's been there for about a half hour, she's got all the stuck shed off of her. What I do is I put her on a paper towel like this. Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab some more paper towels, and I'm going to make sure she's all clean. Alrighty, so I got the more paper towels. It's going to be kind of hard to do with one hand, so I'm going to give you kind of the gist of what I do. So what I do is just I go around, and I just pat anything that looks that has anything dirty on her. What I usually do is pick up her foot like this and get underneath, because a lot of times they step on the poop and it gets stuck in between their fingers or on the nails. So what I'm doing, like I said, just make sure she's clean. And that's pretty much it, guys. So we'll make sure she's clean. Dry her off. We're gonna make sure that there is no poop left on her. As you can see, there's not. She looks clean. She's good to go. She's ready to be put in her cage, in her enclosure. So that's literally it, guys. It's really simple. I just wanted to give kind of an overview video, just in case people are kind of confused on exactly what a bath entails and why we do it. So yeah, guys, thanks for checking out today's video, and I'll catch you guys next time.